Very thematic with the bumps here, Graham.
On point, my friend.
Yes.
Pink Floyd.
I'm just waiting until we hear Shane O'Mac's entrance music. Just waiting for that moment because, here comes the money. DP World Tour, PGA Golf, the LIV Golf Tour, all merging together into this big conglomerate called I don't know what they're actually going to call it moving forward. Pat Welter. But it might just be the PGA Tour. Not entirely sure what they're going to call it.
Right.
I guess they're going to keep the name PGA because it's the one that people know.
That's the powerful brand. They're going to have the majority share of the board. Jay Monahan, the commissioner of the PGA Tour, is going to be the CEO. But the innards of it all, the backbone of it all, is going to be LIV, who ultimately is going to have the control. And he who has the money has the final say. It's going to be very interesting to see what this looks like in 10 years, which is what Monahan said recently. We saw him on TV this afternoon talk about this isn't about what people say about this now. It's about what they say about this in 10 years.
But what are people locally now talking about it? So we turn to Brett Knese on the Heister Automotive Group hotline. Brett Knese of WRAL News. Brett, I know you've been around local courses today, including Lonnie Poole. What's some of the reaction that you are hearing from people regarding this merger?
Hey guys, yeah, what's up? I'm a big golfer myself, and this has completely shocked the golf world this morning. This news coming out. I mean, I got a phone call from the newsroom, and they said, "Hey, we got a story brewing that we want you to go talk to local golfers." And I said, "This is a joke, right? This is a joke." I mean, this has been a 2-year feud between these two tours, LIV Golf and PGA Tour, that nobody thought this day would ever happen, at least not now. And that's the sentiment from a lot of local golfers. Hung out for a while at Lonnie Poole and talking to a number of just fans of the game, just, your local average Joe. And they are shocked, but excited. That's what I'm getting from the sense of golf fans, is this is exciting in a number of ways, because we're not sure how it's going to shake out, but on the surface, it looks like it brings all of the world's best golfers back together. And I think that's what ultimately golf fans wanted, because this fractured relationship over the last couple of years between these guys that defected from the PGA Tour and then go and play on this LIV Tour, there has been that fractured sense, that tension that you saw at the majors.
Mm-hmm.
And the majors got some pretty good viewership the last couple, at least the Masters and the PGA Championship, and then Brooks Koepka, a LIV golfer, winning the PGA. And I think that's what really all of this kind of centers around in a way, is you saw the top golfers back together at these major championships, and that's what the fans want. That's what they told me today. A bunch of fans out there at Lonnie Poole, a couple of other golf courses, fans want the best of the best together because they want to see the best product out there on the course.
Brett, nobody wants to see mom and dad fight, which I think is kind of the crux of what you're getting to there. But also the dirty side of a divorce is where the money goes and where the money comes from in this story. And that's what I'm wondering. Is it just today we talk about the dirty money coming from Saudi Arabia and the public investment fund, and then all of that goes away, like Jay Monahan said, in the next couple of years, and we move past it and we forget about it and we look past it? Is anybody raising that concern, or is that just something people do on Twitter?
I think it's the second part, what you just said. I think there are going to be the few that will voice their concerns with that, rightfully so. It is very questionable, the money backing the LIV Golf, and then now it is the same money that's going to back the PGA Tour in a sense. And the fans, though, that's not a road that they really wanted to go down. A number of guys that I talked to out there on the course today, they said they brought it back to that first point that I made. It's the best golfers back together. I think there is some nuance there, and there are some conversations to be had about where is this money coming from, who is backing it, and how dirty it really is. And I think on the fan level, it's not their money. They're not getting paid. They just want to see some good golf.
Fair point.
Brett, it's funny you go out to the local golf courses today. I was out there yesterday covering the U.S. Open qualifier at the Old Chatham Golf Club, where Harold Varner, recent LIV Tour winner, is trying to compete because he has to qualify to get into the U.S. Open. He misses the cut by 2 strokes. So that's kind of what people are looking at, like how silly some of this was, what these guys that we want to see play had to go through to get into these majors even. I mean, do you see the good in this? Is there a positive to take from today?
It'll be interesting how it shakes out, right? I mean, there are so many questions left here. Jay Monahan and then the governor of the Public Investment Fund from Saudi Arabia coming together for a joint interview, which nobody ever saw that coming, that those two would ever sit in the same room. Lo and behold, they've played a couple of rounds of golf. They've had some lunches together. These conversations, I don't know how long they've been going on, but it seems like they've been going on for at least more than a week, if not two. And there hopefully is some good that comes out of it. But what are the details? Are the LIV guys going to play with the PGA guys again? Is there a fine for any of the LIV guys, or is that just going to be washed away now that it's all one big happy family? I mean, but is it really one big happy family? There are so many layers here to unpack that it's just so incredible that this could even have come together so quickly. And when you look at social media, all of the players on both sides, LIV Golf, PGA Tour, the DP World Tour, there are so many players saying, well, we didn't see this coming. So now there are all these questions. What happens after the 2023 season? Who gets to play where?
Questions that only time will tell. Brett Knese, WRAL News. Thanks for your time. Really do appreciate it, my man.
Of course, guys.
Give him a follow on Twitter at Brett Knese. That's Brett Knese, WRAL, joining us here on the Heath Automotive Group hotline. And he brings up a good point, Pat, in the sense of, for a lot of fans, it's just, I want to watch the best play. And that's really all that matters.
They don't want to look up human rights violations. They don't want to know about the things that are going on in Saudi Arabia. We can I'm sure, find stuff all over the place in terms of what owners of other teams and stuff, like what their investments or even minority stake owners in certain franchises, not just in sports, like all over the place. Like you could say there's dirty money. Dirty money's everywhere. So yeah, but again, like where do we want to draw the line? When's it convenient for us as fans? And it is. I think it is what we wanted to see everybody back playing all these tournaments again, because you don't want to have to watch two different tournaments on two different channels on inferior golf courses, which is what the LIV Tour was offering us.
Yeah.
So that, in a sense, is a good thing. I just wonder if the PGA Tour just, nailed its own coffin here by just giving the keys over to LIV and just giving them all their infrastructure and, Jay Monahan basically writing his own severance package, essentially.
He might be. My whole stance on it is that when guys joined LIV, it was fine. I really don't care. If you want to stick with PGA, okay, fine. I really don't care. Go where you want to go play. That's totally okay with me. Go where you want to go play. But don't sit there and grandstand one side of things and then all of a sudden completely flip and go like, yeah, everything's great over here. Again, the hypocrisy is just loud and clear.